Hey. Oh, all right.
Nice, restful.
Oh, does that feel nice?
Uh-huh.
Welcome, guys. So we are in this energy of solstice, and I said to look at the weather app at the time, but that only gives you one day. But I do have this moon app on my phone that I can look at like the times of the moon. Sorry, I'm talking about the sun because the solar. This is a solar holiday, a solar celebration. So to look at when the sun is going to rise and set, and for the next like 3 days, the times don't change. And on the 24th of June, it starts so slow. It's like the sun is in that sacred pause, and instead of just like doing that, she's gonna like go ah. So for like 3 days after, on the 24th to the 24th, 5th, 6th, 7th, just the sunrise time changes, and by like 1 minute, or that's it. And then after those 3 days, then the sunset time also changes. So it's just interesting to see like how slow these things unfold and emerge. And we take those lessons. We are nature. We want to reflect nature. At this time, when the sun is still, if you're feeling very heavy, you're feeling a little stuck, a little stagnant, all of that is that's all part of it. So you're in good company if that's what you're experiencing. All right, let's start by taking our hands together, and we're just going to roll the prayer wheel in your hands. So inhale. As you exhale, you can let your eyes close, your chin bow, and if you prefer to keep your eyes open and look at your hands, that's fine too. And then just stay here as you inhale. And on the exhale, let's start by bringing the fingers in towards the heart and down. And then the backs of the hands come together and they kind of roll around until you come back. Or maybe I said that wrong. Just starting to find this rhythm. There we go. So the backs of the hands come together and the fingers trace down the heart. And then the hands come together as they lift up. Okay. So just being in this motion, drop your jaw. Even settle back in your seat a little bit. Good. And then just start to feel like you're actually moving something within you, outside of you, anything that may be stagnant and stuck. So moving with the breath. We'll just do one or two more. And we'll just pause, sacred pause with the palms together in front of your heart. We'll hang out here for 3 breaths. Whatever you like. Just releasing. And then we'll start to spin this prayer wheel in the opposite direction. So beginning with the inhale. And as you exhale, the fingers move away from the heart to point down, backs of the hands come together and back up through your center. And being with this, let it be as big as it wants to be. If it wants to trace all the way up over your head and all the way down. Just following your breath. Imagine here you're filling yourself up with whatever it is that you need. As simple as energy and as complicated as tenderness and security, presence, comfort, whatever it is, fill yourself up and then feel the offering out. As you offer out what's within you, your love, your kindness, your compassion, your presence. Good. And let's just do 2 more like this. Just being in this very sacred movement. And we're going to finish with the palms facing up towards the sky. You can just put the hands wherever is comfortable. They can be apart if that's better for you. Release the exhalation through your mouth. And on your next inhalation, bring the hands together, sit up tall. Exhale, hands at your heart. And we're just going to pause in this sit. Few breaths. You can bring your thumbs to rest on your upper chest at your heart. Tune into your beating heart. Soften your eyes. So if you're in a space where the sun is still shining. You maybe feel the reflection of the sun in your eyelids. Soften your lower jaw and let it drop a little bit. We'll open this practice and chant Om together 3 times. Now as you inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale this breath through your mouth. Inhale. Bowing your chin. Stay here just as you are, but let your fingers just turn outwards. A little space between the hands, even separating the palms. Keep the finger pads touching. Drop the shoulders a little more. And on your next exhalation, release the hands, palms face down onto your thighs. I'm just going to sit for a few more moments, just letting whatever's opening, whatever's being received, and then gently opening your eyes. Okay, so let's start with, I'm just going to take you through one little sun salute. It's the solar birth of the sun. It's its high holiday, so let's do a sun salute, and you'll make it what you need, nice and slow. We'll start standing at the top of your mat, and let's bring blocks with us. Like I said, this is going to be a restful practice, even though we're starting with a sun salute. So I'll just put the blocks at the front of the mat, and I'm putting my blocks on their highest height. Good. And then just standing on your mat, arms by your side. Invite in those soft eyes and a little bit of swaying into your feet just to start to connect to the earth. Good. And then just finding that place where you can plant the feet, lengthen yourself tall. And as you inhale, open your arms, and I'm just going to step back. You're going to reach the arms up, and we're going to take them out. Oh, you can't see me. So that they're not right over your head. They're about, out to the side. Ta-da! Just as if you're like holding the sun. You just reach the arms up, open your hands, your fingers. Good. And let's take a few breaths here with the arms out. Lift up through the sides of your waist. Good. Okay, on your next inhale, we're going to take the arms all the way up. You're going to cross right over left. Grab opposite elbows over your head. Oh, I can turn the camera. Good. Take a breath or two here. Good. And then inhale, press the elbows up, feet down. Exhale, open the arms out, start to fold down into your forward fold. Hands on your blocks or to the floor. Plant your feet. I'm just walking my feet to a different place here. And then inhale, lift your head and your heart. And this is the pose. We're going to stay here for a moment. I'm taking my belly in, lifting up. See if I can even find some space into the hip crease. I push the thighs back. Look up, take your eyes up as if you're looking at the sun. Keep breathing here. Just working the legs back, tush back. And I'm going to take I'm going to take the inner thighs and just press them out a little bit, if that makes sense. One more breath. And then stay here as you inhale. And guess where you go as you exhale. We're going to fold all the way into your forward fold. So the hands can stay on the blocks. They can come to the floor. And just take a few breaths here. Yes. Here we are. If you need to pedal your legs or whatever you need to do to be comfortable or to Just make some space. Good. Okay, I'm going to step the right foot between the blocks and put my hands back on the blocks. The left leg is going back, and I'm going into lunge, so I'm just wiggling it. If you would prefer to put the knee on the floor, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just going to anchor the hands, lift that back thigh, so I'm not letting it sink. I'm lifting it up, I'm pressing it back. And then I'm going to look up, take one more breath. Good. Keep the left hand where it is, reach the right arm up. One breath. Good, take the hand down, and we're just gonna pivot. I'm gonna leave the blocks where they are and walk the hands around to the wide side of your mat. You can turn your heels out. You can bring the blocks with you too. From here, I'm just gonna inhale, lift the head and the heart. Lift your belly as if we're doing that halfway we did, just a few moments ago. Push your thighs back and widen the inner thighs to the outer thighs. Look up. Good, one more breath. And then release and fold. And as you fold down and your hands to the floor, maybe they go in between your feet. And you might even want to grab hold of your Achilles, your ankles. Good. And one more breath. And then come back onto your hands. You walk your hands back around to come to lunge. From this lunge, we're going to take downward dog. So I'm going to put my blocks on their first height and just step back. So the arms, gives them a little bit long, makes them longer. Good. Okay. And then we're going to do a vinyasa. You could rest in child's pose the whole time or move into plank, knees lifted or knees down, yogi's choice. And exhale, come all the way down onto the floor. I still have my hands on my blocks. I'm going to use them for cobra. So stretch your legs back. You're going to make it a very nice, lovely cobra. You're just going to go up to whatever feels good. And you might hang out here for a breath or two, or you might come down and just rest. Good. I'm going to lift my gaze. And then exhale, come all the way down. Good. All right, we're coming back to downward dog. So you can come up hands and knees if you like, and then press back. Good. Okay, let's lift the right leg up just to give it a stretch. Just press it back. Look at your leg, look behind you, and then take that leg down and lift the left leg up. Okay, from here, that left foot's gonna come between the hands. So however you need to get that there, maybe it's a whoop, or the right knee comes down. Okay, I'm putting my blocks back on their highest height. And we'll be here in this, lift the back thigh, don't let it sink so much. Be here. And then we'll keep the right hand on the block and just lift the left arm up. Good. Okay, and then release. Step both feet to the front of your mat, or whatever you need to do. Inhale, lift your head and your heart. And exhale, fold. We'll just take 3 breaths here. And let yourself hang off your hips a little bit. Okay, we're going to come all the way up. I'll bend the knees. You might roll up, or you open your arms out, lift yourself up, whichever one. Come all the way up. And then exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Just take a few breaths. It's warm in here. Okay, good. All right, the next thing we're going to do is just lift the arms up back to that, not quite all the way over your head, just out to the sides. Good. Breathe here. Good. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, the left arm comes in front of the right. This time I'm going to grab opposite elbows and just start to take a few breaths. You can just let them, move in whatever way. Good. Okay, and then we'll inhale. And as you exhale, take yourself all the way down, forward fold. I'm going to bring you all the way down. Good. Inhale, lift your head and your heart. You're going to look up. Exhale and fold. Okay, we're just going to step back, downward facing dog. Then let's take 3 breaths here. Be strong in your arms, strong in your legs. And after your 3rd breath, then come down for child's pose. And if you have blocks here, I'm going to keep my hands on the blocks for child's pose just to get a little lift through the sides of the waist. Just kind of brought my fingers to the far end just to kind of hold on. So wherever you are, hands under your head or wherever feels good. Just drop in. Okay, so here in this child's pose, just feeling any, discomfort in the tops of the feet, the hips, the knees. Breathing into all you can. Good. One more moment here. Good. And then we'll just come up to sitting. Sit however you like. I'm going to sit on the heels, sit cross-legged. Just take a few moments to just let everything be felt. Okay, so this is a fire festival. This is honoring the South, the element of fire, the season of summer. Just feeling the fire within you, even if it's just warm in your space. Good. Okay. All right, friends. So we're going to come to lie down. We're going to start when we come down. Actually, let's set up. Okay. I'm going to start with lying down twist. That's what I'm going to start with. So I think right now you might just want a blanket to put your head on. Let's bring your strap over as well, so you have it. And then you know where your blocks are. So they're there too. You just have everything nearby. And if you like to have some support when you're coming to twist, then, put a bolster and a blanket on each side. Yeah, you can have. Okay, good. All right, and then once you're down on the floor, we'll just take the arms over the head and extend the legs. And just take a few moments to just, be on your beach. Imagine you're lying on your grass, on the sand, wherever you like, the sun shining above you. Just feeling the heat, the light. Good. Okay. Take one more breath, exactly as you are. And as you breathe out, you can bring your arms up and over and down by your sides. And just take a breath there. Once you bring the arms down, you can just feel how things shift. I'm going to bring both knees into the chest and just hug them in for a few moments. You can use your strap too, or interlace your fingers if that works, or just hug them in and out. And just find a little bit of movement here. Just moving in and out. Good. So I'm just going to do one more in and out with the knees, and then I'm just going to rest with the full pose as much as you can. So just get this really tiny and tight. Whatever works for you, you can grab opposite elbows, and it's very crunchy, but it might be okay, and it might not. And then just soften into this as much as you can through your belly, your back, your shoulders, your jaw, your eyes. Good. So I'm going to take one more breath. And I'm just going to extend again long. Take the arms overhead and the legs away, however you want to do that, one at a time or together. And just take 3 beautiful full inhale, exhale. Okay. Good. Inhale as you are. Exhale, bring the arms back down by your sides. And this time they're going to open out, right out like a T, palms up. You're going to bring the knees into the chest again. And we're going to drop the knees over to the right for twist. So take them over, whatever works for you. You know, the higher we bring the knees up to meet the arm, then the more the twist is happening lower. As the knees move down, the twist, you know, it's in different places. So just move into wherever you can here. That feels like it's, oh, this is a good place for me. And then once you're settled, I'm just going to stay here actually for 3 breaths. So just inviting that left side of your shoulder, left side of your chest, the back of, you know, the left side of the back ribs to just melt towards the floor. Good. Okay. Then friends, you can have your eyes closed, it's all fine. You're just going to bend the right arm at the elbow. So the elbow and the upper arm stay on the floor. And we anchor this down. You lift the right side of your chest. See if you can spin your chest a little bit more to the left. Even a little bit. And then take that right arm back out. This time, maybe your head will turn nicely to the left. Okay. And then just let everything soften once you're here. You can just be here. Be with your breath. Good. So we're here for at least 10 breaths. Make any adjustments that would feel nice. I'm going to take my left arm up and alongside the left side of my head just to get a stretch, a little different stretch to the left side. Good. Okay. So be in your twist. Stay exactly as you are. Just offer yourself space to release more deeply, to melt, to let go, to surrender, to trust. Good. Okay, if you've extended your left arm, just bring it back out to the side now. And just stay there for 1 or 2 more breaths. And then we'll bring the head to center. You turn your palms down and inhale, bring the knees back in, maybe the feet to the floor or knees into your chest. Then just set the feet on the floor and let's just take a few breaths here, just nothing, do nothing. But feel, receive. Good. Okay, so we'll move to the left side and you may start by bringing the knees into your chest first. And then exhale them over to the left. And we're going to deepen this, but first just be here in the very first incarnation of this. Just breathing. Melting the right side a little more. Good. Okay, if you feel ready, then you'll bend the left elbow. The elbow, upper arm stay on the floor. You plant them down. Lift the left shoulder and spin your chest a little bit more to the right. Release that left arm and turn your head to the right. And then close your eyes. Just being with the effects of the breath into this shape. If you want to go deeper, you can take the right arm and just extend it over. Just to open the right side. Not such a big change, but you know, it might be. Breathe here. It's melting, softening. Just let go. Just moving into your final few breaths. If you take in that right arm over your head, just bring it out. Turn your head back to its center. Take the palms down and bring the knees into your chest. If that works. We're just going to set the feet on the floor, so however you come out is good. Let's take some windshield wiper. Just heel toe your feet nice and wide. Start to rock your knees side to side. Good. Stay with your breath. Nice. And then we're going to come to center. Bring the knees back into your chest. And this time the knees are going to go wide. And I'm just going to draw them in and out as if they're moving towards their respective shoulders. Let your tail lift if that is available to you in this shape. And then just drop in here. You might just hold the shins. But if happy baby is, part of your regular routine, you just find it. Feel free to, move in your happy baby, rocking your legs in any way, or just stay still. Wherever you're doing, be with your breath. And let's do 3 more breaths and see if you can melt through your hip crease a little bit, through your jaw. Good. Okay, and then release these. Maybe you hug the knees in for a moment. We'll place the feet on the floor. Good. Let's take the arms over the head again. Lengthen your legs. Let's take a nice big stretch. Good. Okay, so we're going to roll to our side to come up just to set the props. So I'm going to bend the left leg, place the foot on the floor, and roll yourself onto your right side. And then once you're on your right side, then just come on up. And do this nicely and take the bolster. I'm going to place the bolster in the center of the mat. So we're going to come to a supported Setu Bandha. Okay? So it's nice to have a support for the feet, and sometimes I'll take the blocks. Actually, maybe I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to say sometimes. I was going to, it's so funny. It takes no time to set up the props like that. It's so easy to be like, yeah. But we take the blocks, and we'll use these to support the heels. And I'm going to just put a blanket on top just to make it soft because we're delicate. Okay, and then once I have that bolster in the center, I have a blanket here to lie on. I'm just going to sit. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a bunch of pillows. So I just sit in the center. I'll put the legs out, and when I put them on, like when I lie down, obviously you're going to move. So I want to have the heels off to start. And then when I lie down, hopefully the heels will hit the blocks. Okay, I set myself up pretty good. So I feel the bolster, is below the bra strap area, if you're familiar with that, or at your ribs. So you feel the whole back of your heart, your shoulders, tops of the shoulders on the floor, your head is on the floor, your legs are out. Sometimes we belt the legs here too. If you feel like, it's not being held properly, then you could grab your strap and just tie it up around your thighs. But if you're good here, So the head is down, the shoulders are down, maybe the back of your heart is down. As long as you're not uncomfortable, you're probably fine. Good. Okay. The last thing, if you are in a space that is a little chilly, then just put a blanket over top of yourself. And, just automatically, I lift my head, tuck my chin in. So I get a nice long back of the neck as much as you can. Good. And arms wherever's comfortable. And close your eyes. And just receiving this offering of upside down. Your head is below your heart. So it is an inversion, hopefully a comfortable one. Good. Softening through your third eye. So as we take this rest in this time of summer solstice, where the sun is at its highest peak, and in this position, we are offering ourselves. You are very open. Your heart is open. Your head is resting. So as we look towards the light, we become enlightened. So just feeling this lightness of being. This is a light holiday, a light festival. This is the time of growing, of nurturing, of expanding. Just tapping into your own wisdom body is a call for enlightenment. There's nothing for you to do when we're in a position like this. It's just being done. The only thing that it's asking of you is to rest in, to feel the places of tension you might be holding in your shoulders, in your thighs, in your jaw. And enlighten these places. Let them be light. And one way to do that is to just connect to the lightness of your breath. The gentle, feathery touch of your breath. Good. So we move into our final few moments here. And you can stay with the legs out if you'd like to bend your knees now. You can put your feet either side of the bolster. So either one is totally fine, just to still be in this pose. Okay, so you can stay however you are. I'm going to bring the knees into the chest here, and it is, sometimes comfortable, sometimes not. So I'm going to use the hands and just gently guide them in. Maybe let your tail lift a little bit if that works. If it's no good, you just don't do it. Okay, I'm going to take my arms down by my side. The next thing I'm going to do is take the legs up and maybe a little bit over the head. So I use this bolster here to just support the back. If this works, groovy. Don't turn your head, friends, if you take the legs, so that they're over your head maybe or not, or wherever they go, looking at heart. Beautiful. Legs in the air. Beautiful. Whatever you're doing here. If your feet are on the floor, beautiful. You're still resting. Good. We'll just take one more breath. Okay, and then we'll just slowly come out. Just take your time. Like moving from that sacred pause of stillness. The sun is in that space right now. And then she's slowly going to move. very slowly. Once you get down, then with the feet on the floor, you're gonna lift the hips and just slide the bolster. Maybe you can slide it out. If not, you'll roll to the side. I'm just gonna slide it out to one side. Good. Okay. Oh, actually, let's bring the bolster back and just put it between your, like right at the end of your tush. So if your feet come over it, there it is. I'm just gonna move us into Baddha Konasana, and the bolster can be a very nice support. If it doesn't give you enough support, then you'll just, maybe you'll cross your legs instead with the right over top of the left, if that's better. So just find wherever you are here with this open pelvis and the whole back resting on the floor. Good. We'll just take a few more breaths here. If you have your legs crossed, maybe do 1 or 2 more breaths and then change the cross of the legs. Good. Okay. So I'm going to just take my arms over my head. Maybe I'll interlace the fingers and just give them a nice lengthening here through the sides of the waist. Just take 3 breaths, and this one, it's not, you don't have to really push it. It's happening. Nice big breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to lift my knees up and place the feet on the bolster. Good. And then bring the knees into the chest, arms up and over. Just hug the knees in. Good. Okay. So whichever side you rolled over to last time, let's roll to the opposite side. And just take a moment or two once you get there. And then we'll press ourselves up. Yes. Okay, so we're going to take dead bug pose. And I'll just turn the bolster so it's back to where we had it before when we just lay over it. Okay, I'm going to move the blocks out of the way. So this one, I have a floor here. You have carpet. You might be fine. It's nice sometimes to just have a little bit of like I'm just going to put a blanket on either side here. Okay, so here's the pose. I lie down. It's the same thing. It's just the opposite. I'm going to put my chest maybe over the bolster, so I'm just at the bottom of the bra line at the top of the bolster, and I'll come down, and then the legs can stay as they are, but I put that little blanket there because I will bend my knees and put my feet out. That might be a lot for you. You could do Baddha Konasana, you could have your legs however works. It's more about just doing this opposite. So we lift the heart and we drop the head. So this is the pose. If you feel more comfortable turning your head to one side, that's totally great. And I'll tell you when to turn it the other way. Otherwise, you might just tuck your chin in and rest your forehead on your hands. Okay. You could also be on your forearms if this is better for you. You drop your head in here. Okay. And there's nothing to do but just be there. A little discomfort into your breath, all of that normal. We just settle in. And after a few moments, friend, just see if you can encourage that breath to open up your back body a little more. Good. Okay. So settling, get comfortable and breathe. Nice. If you have your head turned one way, just turning it the opposite way now. I'm just taking this idea of becoming enlightened. You draw your breath into your back body, offering it space to lighten. Just moving into your final few moments here. To come out of this, just kind of bring your legs, if you have them out to the side, just kind of straighten them up, and then you just place your hands on the floor, and you'll lift like you're doing a little cobra. And then just take it on back, and we'll settle here into child's pose. And we'll use the bolster. So the knees go wide. I'll say this too, if you like to have a little something between your hips and your heels, throw it in. And you can also put a block underneath your bolster. You just lie over the bolster. And the arms can wrap underneath it if you like that. And turn your head to one side or rest your forehead on the bolster. You just want to feel like your belly is supported, your chest is supported. If you have more blankets, you can throw on top or just fill in the spaces as you need. And then just drop into this rest. And if you think back to that first child's pose you did, and any discomfort you had in it, maybe it might still be there, maybe it's gone. So if you have your head turned to one side, and now just turning it the opposite way. And settling into your final few breaths. And from here, we're going to come up and just sit. So you're welcome to sit on your bolster or any way that feels good. I'm just going to slide this bolster between my legs and move into Virasana. So I'll just take it and then just sit. Maybe you have to, if you push the calves down, it gives more space. So whatever works, sit cross-legged, however you like. Just rest your hands. And just take a few moments, close your eyes, relax your jaw. Okay. And taking your dominant hand, let's just take that index finger, middle finger, touch the earth, and then bring them to your third eye. And just touch your third eye space for a moment. And then you'll take that hand from the third eye and bring it to the solar plexus. So that is, above the navel where the ribs join. It's your solar center right here. If you were in class with me on Sunday, then we did a lot of core activation. Good. And then releasing your hands. Slowly opening your eyes. Okay, so from here, we're going to move into Shavasana. And you set up however you like, with whatever props you like. I'm going to start in legs up the wall. You're welcome to do that too if you like. And then I'll let you know when I'm going to do that for about 5 minutes and then come down into Shavasana. Whatever works. And we'll use the bolster to support the hips. Good. Okay. So if it works, I just sit on the bolster here. Bring my tush to the wall. Slide the other. You just roll it on over. Okay. Good. So the bolster is supporting maybe the sacrum, but it might even be the low back a little higher. So right now I have my sit bones are just falling off the end of the bolster a little bit. That's good. Great. You want to strap your legs in or wrap a blanket around them, you could do that. Okay. And then just leave you in wherever you are. Just drop in. Take this time to just savor the stillness, the quiet, the sacred pause. The sun knows what it needs. From our perspective on Earth, it appears to stand still. There's a great lesson there if we're willing to be open to it, to be enlightened by it. Drop into your rest with your awareness, with your breath, and with your great presence. Turn legs up the wall and stay. You might want to change the position of your legs for a few moments. So either opening them wide or soles of the feet together. Or even cross-legged. And then deciding if you want to return to legs up the wall or shift into Shavasana. Staying in your rest, just bringing your awareness to your breath. Just feeling yourself in this place of stillness. Quickly or gently scan your body for any place you're still holding tension. Just before we move on or out of this place, staying with the breath. Doing a nice full inhale, lingering in that sacred pause. And then a nice release of your exhale and maybe lingering in the pause at the bottom. Let's do a few rounds of breath like that. Let this one you're on be your last one. And just returning to normal breath. If you wish to stay in your rest, past us closing this class, then do that. Or start to wake yourself up in a way that feels nice and makes sense. And take your time. Whenever you come to rest on your side, just stay there for 1 or 3 breaths. Just meet it seated whenever you get here. And bringing your hands together in front of your heart, bowing your chin. Take a full inhale. And exhale this breath. Just seal this class with one Om. Inhale. Take a big breath in. Breathe into your hands. Lift your breath. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. And offer this breath to yourself and to each other and beyond. Yes. Thank you. Mwah. All right, solstice blessings, guys. Sleep well. Thank you for being here. Have a great night and so much love. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Night, guys.